week of January 24th, 2023. My name is Jacob.
And I'm Mila. Welcome back to DSN. In U.S. news, an auction of hundreds of artifacts from the California Gold Rush era sold for almost $1 million on December 3rd, 2022. The sale was held in Reno, Nevada, and online. It was organized by HWAC. It featured a perfectly preserved item from the sunken wreckage of SS Central America, also known as the Ship of Gold.
In world news, a bright green comet is passing through the night sky this week. Comet 2022 E3, also known as ZTF, can be seen for the next 2 weeks passing through the northwest sky. The best time to see it is just before sunrise, so we should be able to view it on our way to school in the morning. Astronomers say it will probably look more like a green smudge rather than a bright green light. The last time this comet passed by Earth was 50,000 years ago.
In local news, if you haven't noticed, it's that time of year where Girl Scout cookies are being sold. Juliet Gordon Lowe began the Girl Scouts in 1912 in Savannah, Georgia. Her Scouts began selling homemade cookies in 1917 to help her finance Girl Scout activities. This year, you can find Scouts selling cookies at booths in front of stores and online. What's your favorite cookie?
Now let's go over to Layla with This Week in History.
This Week in History. My name is Layla. On January 25th, 1905, the world's largest diamond was discovered in the Premier mine in South Africa. Frederick Wells was 18 feet underground when he spotted something sparkling in the wall above him. The diamond was sold to the government, who then gave it to the King of England as a birthday present. It was eventually cut into 109 smaller diamonds, the largest of which is called the Star of Africa and is on display in the Tower of London. In 1957, the toy company Wham-O produced the first Frisbee. The idea of Frisbees began with the Frisbee Pie Company in 1871. Students from nearby colleges would throw the empty pie tins to each other. Walter Morrison later created the plastic version we know today. In 2006, Disney purchased the animation studio Pixar for over $7 billion. Pixar was already famous for the Toy Story movies, Monsters, Inc., and Finding Nemo that made it into the collaboration with Disney. The purchase made Pixar Disney's main animation studio. See you next time with This Week in History.
Now let's go over to Malachi and Rudy with sports.
Welcome to sports. My name is Malachi.
And I am Rudy.
In football news, the playoff games continue this past weekend. Here's a look at who is moving on into the division championship.
Phoenix Suns were playing the Memphis Grizzlies again Sunday, this time at home. Tonight they'll take on the Charlotte Hornets.
In hockey news, the Arizona Coyotes play the Las Vegas Golden Knights on Sunday. Tonight, they will be home to take on the Anaheim Ducks.
The Valley varsity basketball team were up against the Yuma Catholics this past Saturday. This Friday, they'll take on the Odyssey Institute at home. Go Phoenix!
That is all for today. See you next time on Sports News.
For Mrs. Dirksen with a weekly update.
Happy Tuesday, Desert Sunset. Hope you had a great weekend and are looking forward to a great week. I have a few announcements. First of all, I want to say a thank you to Mrs. Wisser, who helped design our zones for our recess playground. So boys and girls, we want you all to be safe on the playground and being able to have lots of fun and play. So please respect those zones so that no one gets hurt and everyone gets to play all the things that they want to do. I want to remind you too, we have an assembly this Friday. We will have Dr. Lee here. She's an entomologist. She's going to be bringing lots of little friends with her, little critters, bugs. And we will have the Phoenix Herpetological Society. They'll be bringing lizards, like geckos, and those kinds of things for us to see. We are excited to have them here, and we will be celebrating Nova's birthday. Some of you have met Nova. He's SciTech's mascot, and so he's going to be coming. He's a big giant gecko. He's going to be coming and having his birthday celebration with us here at Desert Sunset on that day. So we're pretty excited for that special time. And with that, they will also be here for STEM Friday. So if you have STEM Friday this week, you'll be working with magnets, and you'll be using them, I think, to push and pull cars around a track or something like that. So it's STEM Hobbies is the theme this month, and so you're going to be working with cars and magnets. And then just a reminder, while I'm thinking of it, during the assembly, I want to remind you just to be on your best behavior and to be good PAX leaders because these are our guests and we are excited to have them here. And don't forget, we are also in the middle of our donation drive for the Phoenix Herpetological Society. So I don't have an update today on who's in the lead, but I should by the end of the day today. So bring in those items and remember the winning class gets a donut party. The last thing is I want to remind you just to keep working hard. We are halfway through the third quarter, and so in just over a week, your progress reports are going to come out for the third quarter. So keep working hard, boys and girls. I'm really proud of all your hard work on the Galileo and what you're doing, but just want to remind you, don't quit yet. We're not quite to the end. All right, have a great day, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you, Mrs. Dirksen. Now let's go over to Ella and Brielle with entertainment news.
Welcome to Entertainment News. I'm Ella.
And I'm Brielle.
If you are an animal lover, you may want to check out the new picture book, We're Not Weird by Michael Garland. It showcases some of nature's most unusual animals and explains how their unique features help the animals survive.
Have you ever listened to a podcast? Podcasts are similar to YouTube live videos, just without the video. You can stream them on your devices like smartphones or a tablet. Some popular podcasts for kids include Wow in the World, But Why, and The Alien Adventures of Finn Caspian. Next time you're looking for something to do, check it out.
That's all for this week. See you next time on Entertainment News.
Now let's go over to Marley and Maverick with science time.
Welcome to Science Time. My name is Marley.
And I am Maverick.
A remote area in Antarctica has been identified as the coldest place on Earth. According to NASA, the temperature in the East Arctic Plateau can dip into a bone-chilling negative 136 degrees Fahrenheit. That is several degrees colder than the previous low of negative 128 degrees Fahrenheit.
The quest to discover the world's lowest temperature began in 2010. Researchers from the National Snow and Ice Data Center in Boulder, Colorado, were studying large snow dunes on the East Antarctic Plateau. They noticed cracks in the snow surface between dunes. The scientists wondered if the cracks resulted from frigid wintertime temperatures that caused the top snow layer to shrink.
See you
Next week with more Science Time.
Back over to Ella and Brielle with Fun Track Trivia.
Welcome to Fun Fact Trivia. My name is Ella.
And I'm Brielle. Did you know that today, January 24th, is National Peanut Butter Day?
Whether creamy or chunky with chocolate or with jelly, peanut butter gets the recognition it deserves each year on this day.
Your question for today is, in what year did Joseph Rosefield bring us the idea of peanut butter?
A, 1892,
B, 1922.
or C, 1972.
You have 10 seconds to make your decision. If you said B, you are correct.
Rosefield was able to keep peanut oil from separating from the peanut solids. He later sold the patent to a company that began making Peter Pan peanut butter. Rosefield then went into business for himself, selling Skippy peanut butter through Rosefield Packing.
Fun fact, peanut butter is a good source of niacin, vitamin E, B6, calcium, potassium, and iron. It is packed with protein.
See you next time on Fun Fact Trivia.
Back over to Layla with Word of the Week.
Welcome to Word of the Week. My name is Layla. This week's word is viewpoint. Viewpoint is a noun and it means an opinion or a belief. Here's how it can be used in a sentence. This book discusses different viewpoints on the World War I. See you next time on the Word of the Week.
Now over to Brielle with a special guest with the Joke of the Week.
Hello, and welcome to Joke of the Week. My name is Brielle, and my guest today is Liam from first grade. So, what's your joke?
What does the cake say when it gets in the fight?
I don't know. What does the cake say?
Do you want a piece of me?
Great joke, Liam. If you have a joke and would like to tell it on the news, please have your teacher email Miss Webb. See you next week on Joke of the Week.
Thank you, Brielle. That is all for this week's episode of DSN.
See you next week.